Hey, welcome everybody. So this is my first installment of Friday's Financial Fitness Health on Be Healthy with Davis. Thank you for joining in. I'm super excited to talk about this. I'm coming to you from Montreal in our newly renovated kitchen / dining room, which I'm also super happy about. I'll show you around at the end of the video, a little like 360 tour. Anyway, if you're seeing this, you're probably watching on replay. So please say replay in the comment, type in replay in the comment and tell me where you're watching from. Don't hesitate to ask questions during the videos. I'm always happy to answer them and to come back and answer them for you. And if I see anything pop up here right now, I will also try to answer them. So say hi when you come in, and I'll say hi back. All right, the subject of today's talk is how calculating your net worth can help you achieve everything you want in life down the road, right? So net worth, what is it? It's defined as assets minus liabilities. So you add up all your assets, you subtract your liabilities, and you got a number. Some people it's negative, some people it's nothing, some people it's positive, right? So I'm going to talk about a little bit of the healthy habits as to how we can increase our net worth, and what that's going to actually do for us down the road here. Hey, Chloe?
Yeah?
I see that one person's watching. How do I know who it is?
You don't always know.
I don't always know. Okay, hello. Shh, Jefferson. Hello. Okay, they're gone. Hello, Anonymous.
Sometimes it'll come up here.
Oh,
and
Anonymous is
not.
back. Okay, there we are. All right. So I'm going to talk about 3 healthy habits first. Number 1, you got to figure out what your net worth is. Number 2, pay yourself first. And number 3, use that payment to optimize its effect on your net worth. So what do all these things mean? Okay, so the first one, figure out your net worth. So you got to look in all your checking accounts. You got to take into account any personal belongings you might have. If you have a house, figure out like what it would sell for today. If you have a car, figure out what that would sell for. Add all those things up. If you have a baseball card collection, if you have a record collection, you can, maybe you have some idea as to what that would be worth on the free market at either a fire sale or, if you had time to sell it. Maybe you don't. But either way, whatever you calculate at the beginning right now, you got to make sure that you put those same calculations in at the end. Or not at the end, but down the road. So if you calculate it this month and then you calculate your net worth 6 months down the road, you got to make sure you use the same objects that you're calculating both now and down the road in order to see how you're moving along in the net worth, okay? So figure out all your assets, checking accounts, retirement accounts, anything. Add it all up. And you also got to figure out all your negatives. So if you have a mortgage on your house, what's your mortgage at? If you have a credit card debt, how much are on your credit cards? If you, it's pretty much what I can think of. If you have other things that are taking money away from you on a monthly basis, figure out what those are. And like if you have a personal loan, right? How much is that personal loan worth, right? So why do we do this? Why do we figure out our net worth? Well, number 1, it helps you figure out where your money is. A lot of us actually don't even know, and we just think we know. We have some sort of, external idea. Oh, I'm about XYZ, right? I have about this much. I have about this much in debt, and then okay, so maybe I'm okay, maybe minus 1,000, or maybe I'm around plus 10,000. Whatever it is. But when we know exactly what it is, it's actually going to help us track going forward, and it'll be a more effective way for us to figure out what we want for our goals down the road. The second thing is it helps us visualize what we actually have, right? So a lot of us say, oh, I'm probably around even. Well, are you? When you see that negative number come up, it's going to put it's going to be quite a reality, right? It's going to be a reality check. That's what I mean to say. So that's why we figure out our net worth. That's how we do it. And the second option to actually making this net worth increase, not the second option, but the second habit that is going to help this net worth increase is we have to pay ourselves first, right? So how do we do that? Well, number one, if you feel like you're at the end of your rope and you just can't save anything, nothing, zero zilch, you feel like you're putting money on your credit card and you're just below water, I'm going to give you one little challenge. And it's coming, that I didn't actually make up this challenge. I learned it from Paula P on the Afford Anything podcast. She's awesome. You guys should subscribe. In any case, start with 1% of your paycheck. Just put 1% away. So that means if you make $500 a week, take $5 and put it away that you don't touch. Right? So start with that. So over the month, you're going to have $20 that you're going to then use to put towards your net worth. So the second part of this is pay yourself first habit is, number one, start saving something. Whether it's 1% of your income, or if you already save 1%, try to increase that 1% by another percent. If you're already saving 10%, awesome, continue to do that. Try and save 11% next month. Make it a game. How much can you save? And the second part of pay yourself first is make a plan over time, right? So see how much, like next month, are you able to save 2%? And I'll talk about ways how to do that down the road, but hold on, we're getting there. So the third healthy habit is then you have to optimize how you use that money to actually increase the net worth. So in that $500 example, right, and you're saving $5 a week, that means you have $20 at the end of the month to put towards something. How do we determine what to put it towards? Well, number one, if you have credit card debt, most likely your credit card debt is somewhere between 16, if you're lucky, and 25%. That's a huge expense over the course of the year that is directly taking away from your ability to invest long term, and it's also limiting your choices in life right now. So the best way to figure out how you should use that $20 at the end of the month is to figure out your interest rate on all of the debts that you have. So if you have a mortgage, what's your interest rate? Is it 3%? Is it 2%? Is it 9%? Figure it out. Number two, figure out that interest rate on those credit cards. Is it 16, 18, 25, whatever? We've already figured out all the balance on our credit cards by figuring out what our net worth is. So that's awesome. Like if you have that personal loan, what's the interest rate? Figure it out, line them up, put the interest rate next to the debts on your net worth so you see how much you're actually paying over the course of the year. So in terms of tips and tricks, I suggest that if you have any debt that's over 5% interest rate, pay that off first. And I say that because when you start to pay yourself that 5%, any of the debt that's over the 5%, then you're automatically gaining at least a 5% increase in your net worth. Sorry, you're automatically gaining a 5% return on your money. So I think maybe I'll take credit card debt and how to pay off that credit card debt in maybe next week's episode of figuring out your path to financial freedom and financial well-being. But the first step in all of this is figure out your net worth, figure out where your money is, figure out the interest rates on all of it. And my goal to you is to try to save 1% more this month than you were saving last month. If you have any questions about it, please ask me questions. I'm super happy to talk about it. I'm super excited to give you guys the tools that you need in order to get yourself towards financial freedom. And I'm here for you. So thanks for watching, and I'll post some notes in the comments below. Have an awesome day.